Alright, ignore the setup, ignore my trash cut, ignore a lot of stuff right now. It doesn't really matter, alright? Literally, I got home yesterday, didn't have time to get this all sorted. I mean, you literally got my Halloween costume in the background. But that's besides the point. What is up, everyone? I'm sad to announce that my winter break is coming to an end. So, yeah, I'm still gonna upload consistently every other day to daily. But, you know, it's gonna get a lot harder because school is back and, yeah, I really don't like school, obviously. Yeah, that's besides the point. But today we're talking about SSSniperWolf, because there's something that ended up happening that I want to talk about because, you know, she's been in controversy, and I want to talk about another controversy that I really wasn't around to talk about at the time. So we're going to be talking about how SSSniperWolf got arrested. It's a very interesting story. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into it, dude. Now, if you haven't been living under a rock, you know SSSniperWolf has been getting canceled recently left and right for not being the best person, to say the least. And if you want a little bit more insight, go watch my video that I last uploaded. Go watch it now. But to keep the summary brief for this video, SSSniperWolf really isn't the best when it comes to talking to her terminally ill fans whose dying wish is to speak to her because she's their favorite YouTuber. We'll keep it that way. But that's really besides the point, because the controversy we're talking about today is SSSniperWolf getting arrested because there's a situation that ended up happening in which SSSniperWolf did get arrested. And as I stated, when this happened, you know, I wasn't on YouTube at all when this situation went down. I believe this was a few years back, and I really want to go down memory lane and talk about it because, you know, it's a pointless YouTube channel. We talk about anything we want. Now, to get straight to the point, SSSniperWolf was arrested for armed robbery back in 2013 because she resisted arrest and, you know, she would not comply to what the officer was telling her, and she hit him. I mean, seriously, what would you expect from SSSniperWolf? I mean, this is the woman who literally acted like she didn't have time to talk to a fan who was literally dying. But you know, I'm gonna be a peaceful guy in this video. And believe it or not, 2013, she was not only arrested once, she was arrested twice. She was literally on a rampage. I mean, she was no-scoping them prison bars like it was COD. Now, dude, imagine you're a security guard, right? And you're just chilling in 2013. I mean, what was going on in 2013? The only thing I was really doing back then was watching cartoons and WWE. I mean, I think this was when, like, CM Punk and John Cena were having their rivalry, if any of you out there know about wrestling. And I'm just gonna assume this security guard in 2013 was chilling, just thinking about WWE, right? And SSSniperWolf just pulls up, straight up slaps him and resists arrest. Like, bro, what? I mean, for a gamer, she sure is living like it's GTA 5. I mean, quite frankly, this woman lives on 5 stars. I mean, I think she wakes up with 5-star wanted level. She's a demon, I'm convinced. But jokes aside, because you'd think 2013 was the only times SSSniperWolf would really be arrested, but no, she was arrested in 2016 as well. And this time it was disorderly conduct, which, you know, was caused by her resisting arrest. So I mean, Jesus, this woman, she just cannot stop resisting. I mean, well, that just sounds bad. But this woman right here cannot just sit there and just take the L and realize she broke the law and she'd have to go into jail for a few hours. I mean, she's a millionaire. She can bond out instantly. It's really no-brainer. But, like, seriously, I don't know why this one was on such a rampage, like, a few years ago with the whole arrests and stuff like that. Like, I genuinely think she was drinking a little too much G Fuel. I think she was doing a little too much crack or something we all know about. Now, SSSniperWolf did make an entire video addressing the, you know, arrests and whatnot, and, you know, what ended up happening, and, you know, she talked about it a little bit, tried to defend herself, and I thought, what would be a better way for you guys to understand the situation more than to play her exact video, or, you know, the video that she created explaining herself. So buckle up, try not to lose your brain cells. Don't ignore your fans that are terminally ill, and yeah, let's get into it.
So it all started a week or two ago. I tweeted out my mugshot. I was like, hey, I got arrested. At least my mugshot looks good because, hey, I smiled for it. I was like, and you guys probably heard about it on the news channels that me and Sausage got arrested, and it's true, we did. We got arrested for the absolutely dumbest thing ever. Like, I can't even begin to tell you guys. Okay, so it started off, me and Sausage got into a fight, and he changed his phone screen to just some random girl. And obviously that pissed me off. So I'm trying to, like, get his phone and see who it is. So I'm like, give me your phone, and I started screaming. And when I don't get my way, I scream, and I scream really loud. You know that high-pitched scream that girls do? I'm not even gonna do it for you guys, just to spare you headphone users. But if you guys have heard a girl scream at the top of her lungs, it is absolutely disgusting. So of course I was screaming, and then I run outside and I start screaming. I wasn't even screaming for help or anything. I was just screaming like, ah, like I hate you, like I fucking hate you. It's just really stupid. And then I come back inside and I start screaming again. I guess the neighbors heard. I don't know which neighbors, but somebody called the cops on us and they came. At first, I didn't want to talk to them. I didn't say anything. I refused to like answer any of their questions, say anything, because I didn't want to talk to them.
You know, I had to intervene before I played any more of this because I'm listening to this right now and my mind is just physically blown at the fact of how much of a brat Sssniperwolf is. And I mean, this video right here is just showing that. I mean, if you're sitting here screaming at the top of your lungs like a child because you don't get your way, I mean, even though Sausage was technically in the wrong for what he did, I mean, he was probably trolling her, to be honest. If you're screaming at the top of your lungs, running outside, disturbing your neighbors over something that you should be handling with your partner in private, it's a little stupid. I mean, listen, I'm not the guy to come to for girl experience because, I mean, yeah, I've talked to a fair bit of girls in my life. I mean, you know, I've liked girls, they've liked me or whatnot, but, you know, I'm not the guy who has relationship experience. I mean, dude, after all, I'm not even an adult yet. So I wouldn't have the best advice for, you know, relationships and whatnot, but I don't think the best way to handle a situation as an adult with your relationship partner is to, you know, go outside screaming because they won't let you go through their phone. Just the way she's talking, like, you know, I'm a little bit of a brat. When I don't get my way, I just scream and I get very, very angry. Like, bro, if you feel like that, you're gonna be mad and angry and crying forever because life is never gonna go your way. I mean, it must be going your way. I mean, you make millions of dollars a month for crying out loud. But I mean, this video right here so far just shows how I imagine her thinking throughout the entire situation that recently happened with her. Like, I just feel like she'd think that exact way. Like, I feel like she did not care about her fan Kiara until the whole entire drama happened. Like, I just imagine her being a brat, being like, no, I am not obligated to talk to this child. It's just, she gives off that mean girl mentality. I don't know. She just radiates, I can't even say what I want to say, dude, but she radiates not so nice person energy, I'll put it that way.
You don't have to talk to cops. You have a right to refuse, or you have the right to remain silent, or so I thought. Like, I said nothing. There was nothing going on. We just got into a fight and I started screaming. And then they're like, no, we can't have that. We're not having that. And then I try to go upstairs and then they stop me. They're like, no, you can't go upstairs. You have to answer our questions. I'm like, what? I was just like, we just got into a fight. There's really nothing to it, like something juicy, like we attacked each other, punched each other in the face. That didn't happen. They even straight up told us neighbors heard screaming, so they called the cops. So somebody snitched. So when they stopped me from going upstairs, said I couldn't go upstairs, I decided to talk. I told them we were just fighting. We just got into a fight. There was screaming, but like, we're fine now. And things were fine when the cops came here because I was back in my room, I was editing. And for some reason, they weren't having it. We're gonna have to arrest both of you guys. I'm like, wait, what? Because apparently the law in Arizona, if you guys fight, if two people who live together or a couple or something fight, you both get arrested. Not one of you, both of you guys gets arrested. Which is absolute bullshit. Somebody could just call the cops because they hear screaming and then they come into my house and they're gonna arrest me. In my fucking house.
Now, I agree, that is a little bit shady that, you know, the police just straight up come into our house and they're like, you are obligated to answer the questions. I mean, I still think that that's not the whole story. I feel like she's keeping some of it out. But, you know, I'm hearing her side of the story and I can't hear the other officers or the officer's side of the story, so I can't really take a judgment, but I guess I'll just have to believe what she's saying for now or take it with, I guess, a grain of salt or go off of her point of view. But I mean, I just don't find it that, I don't find it that normal that some police officers are gonna straight up walk into the house and put you in handcuffs because you didn't talk to them. But I mean, I think it's stupid that the police were called to your house and you don't address it because you know why police are there. You know what their job is to do, to defuse situations, help when things are happening that are not supposed to be happening, you know, fight crime. So I mean, for you to sit there and just straight up not talk is a little stupid. I mean, you're just asking for something to go wrong. And it makes it worse that she said she completely ignored them and walked upstairs and continued to edit. Like, you walked away from the police when you're pretty much not necessarily being detained, but you have to really talk to them, and, you know, it's communication is my point. Just imagine someone calls your name, you go over to them, and then they just look at you. Like, they just look at you and don't say anything. It's gonna be confusing. So I understand what she's saying, but I also understand where the officers would be coming from, besides just apparently, like she said, putting her in handcuffs and arresting her for no reason.
This didn't happen outside. And you know what I got arrested for? I got arrested for disorderly conduct. Because apparently you're not allowed to scream in your own house. I mean, they let me go upstairs, they let me change because I was like in a tank top and shorts. I'm like, I am not going to jail like this.
Well, I mean, you even said yourself that you went outside and you started screaming like an absolute idiot. So, I mean, you are disturbing the peace technically. I mean, you're going outside you're screaming, disrupting your neighbors, and, you know, anything could be happening. I mean, kids could be in the middle of sleeping, and you're going outside screaming, being a nuisance. So it's not really screaming in your own house. If you're letting loose and going crazy in a public domain in a neighborhood in which other people live in, and, you know, they reside, who could be sleeping or doing anything. So, I mean, I feel like she is flipping the story here, but, you know, let's continue.
So let me wear a t-shirt, sweatpants, told me to bring socks, I wore socks. I didn't have time to do my makeup, look all pretty. But I mean, they did let me put on socks, which was really good, and they let me put on shoes. Hey, they even let me text my mom, like, Mom, I'm going to jail tonight. Take care of my dogs. I told her to come over, take care of my dogs and everything. I mean, she was just like, alright. They're like, you're probably gonna spend a night in jail, you'll be out in the morning. I'm like, okay, whatever. I can't do anything about it. I can't cry, I can't bitch about it. This is just such a waste of time. It's so stupid. I hate my life right now. They handcuffed us in the house, took us outside, put me in one cop car, put Sausage in another cop car, and they took us down to the station. By the way, there was like 5 cops here. I know the cops are gonna be watching this video, because when they got to the police station, Sausage started talking to them about Destiny and stuff. I'm like, why is he talking to them about Destiny? They put me in a room by myself and they were talking to him at the time, and I could just hear like bits and pieces of their conversation. And then the other cop came in, and then he was like, I know you from somewhere. You're that YouTuber, Sniperwolf.
Of course, it wouldn't be an SSSniperWolf anything if she wasn't boosting her own ego. I mean, she just had to include the fact that the cop recognized her. I mean, wow, man, you gotta love SSSniperWolf. Best YouTuber of all time. But seriously, I mean, this whole entire thing just proves not only how much of a brat SSSniperWolf is, but overall how stupid she can be. It's just, it shows. It really does, because you're screaming. I mean, apparently screaming at the top of your lungs if your neighbors are calling the police on you. I mean, it must be bad. All over your boyfriend changing his home screen to some other girl and obviously trolling you and trying to ignore you. Like, you literally admitted yourself that it was some random girl that he probably didn't even know himself. God, man, Sniperwolf is just, she's a person. She's a great person, and she's someone you should idolize. She's a genius.
Oh my god. So one of them knew who I was, and he started telling everybody else who I was, and then the guy that made the decision to arrest me, he started talking to me like, oh, so you're a YouTuber? Oh, so you do this? So he finally knew who I was. So maybe if they did know who I was from the beginning, maybe they wouldn't have arrested me, because the one that arrested me was like an older guy. And then they were talking about us the whole time, like talking about Destiny. Like, and then I started talking to one of the cops, the one that recognized me, that knew who Destiny was. He was actually cool. He was the only cool cop. We're talking about the new DLC and trials and stuff while I'm sitting in a fucking cell. At least you get to go home and play trials. We sat there at the police department for a while. They were like taking pictures, filling out information, doing mugshots. So the girl that brought us in, she called me up to take my mugshot. They're like, oh, this isn't gonna be online. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be online and millions of people are gonna see this. So I started smiling, like, she was like, she's posing for it. I'm like, yeah, everybody's gonna post this. I'm gonna come home, see this all over Twitter. So yeah, I'm gonna smile, I wanna look good for this shit. I'm not gonna be all miserable like, here's my mugshot. Not bad. My eyes were like that because I was crying before. I was like, I didn't want to go to jail. But they still took me in. It's basically a small room with a toilet and a sink and a bench that you can sit on. They leave you in there for like an hour while I fill out paperwork or do whatever. I don't even know what they were doing.
Man, honestly, that entire video really just opened my eyes to how much of an absolute idiot Sniperwolf is, really. I mean, that's what it really just proved there. I mean, it really served no other purpose besides proving that she's a brat. I mean, seriously. But you know, on that note, I'm gonna end off the video. Have a wonderful night. I love you all, and yeah, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. I'm out. Peace.